Hi everybody. Good morning. Good morning from Utah. I'm in a different place. I'm all alone this morning. Charlie is skiing up north, and so I prepared songs that are not reliant upon bass or harmony. And I'm sitting here in the Moab Folk Festival offices with my hat on because my hair is dirty. I have been hiking all week and I have not washed it. So, hi Janet Peterson, hi Daniel Bowling. I'm on my tiny little old MacBook Air. I can barely see it. Hi Warren Bendler, hi Mark Wilson. I'm having a great time here. I'm being a little bit quiet because there's like a bunch of offices out there and they don't know I'm in here. Hi Claude. Hi Janet Wacker, nice to see you. Hi, Charlie Bryant. Thank you, Daniel Bowling. That's good to know. This may be a short show if all of a sudden everybody gets on the Wi-Fi in this building and I lose a lot of my... Hi, Jeff. Hi, Kim. Wow, New Hampshire's here. Awesome. An illicit concert, says Mark Wilson. Hi, Steve Warona. I am happy. I'm happy to be here. Hi, Deborah Lady Clark. It is a happy Tuesday. Hi, Lauren Payne. You're still waiting for your CD. Did you order it and I didn't send it to you? Let me know about that. Hi, Randall McKinnon. Hi, Danny Birnbaum. Hi, Jane Schreiner. Wow. And Janet Simpson. More Utah. Okay, I have a friend listening today who I know does not like me talking during the song. So when I start the song, I will not be greeting you anymore. You'll just have to wait till the end of the song. Hi, John Bamer. I bet Chris Bamer's there. It is Chris. Hi, Jackie Damsky. Hi, Evie. Last night after dinner, I walked outside. I lay down on the driveway and looked up at the sky. I lay down to give up. I lay down to say no. I wanted to escape. The driveway would not let go. I have a mind that thinks with time the answer can be found. The driveway offered no solution. It offered the ground. It's hard to pin down what I looked up there to find. Have you been lying in your driveway, searching for relief of some kind? And when I lay there long enough to hold what I was feeling, I got up and thanked the driveway for its healing. And when I have to lie down before I can get up again, the driveway can be the perfect friend. It's hard to pin down what I look up there to find. Are you lying in your driveway, searching for relief of some kind? Last night after dinner, I walked outside. I lay down on the driveway and looked up at the sky. I saw that Janet Peterson says that Carrie Wardrop is there. Hi, Carrie. Hi, Aretta and Ron. Hi, Sharon Annabelle, my old chiropractor. And Rick Paglieri. Hi. And Warren Bendler. Nice to see you all. And Linda Zimmerman. Hi. And my husband, Charlie Koch, who's up north. Nice to see you all. Um, so I got some songs here. Because I'm in Moab, I've been hanging out with all my old pals. Last night I even went to my old street. I will go get caffeine since I can't type, Cozy. It's okay. So I went to my old street with my old house on it that I don't often go to, because my most beloved neighbors still live there. And got me thinking, so I don't often do this. This is a T.R. Ritchie song. Let's do it that way though. He wrote this. This is called White Bark. But he wrote, hi Cynthia Green. He wrote it about a friend who had polio all his life, and he was in a wheelchair. And TR was his caretaker for a while. His manservant, I guess you'd call it. Hi Win. Amelia the cat. Win, hi, nice to see you. Hi Ken. Ken's there. So he wrote this about a friend who he was the helper of, who was in a wheelchair from polio all of his life. Hi Eric Garrison, hope you're feeling okay. Hope you're having another couch day. This is the life I have been given. These are the seasons of my time, and I am searching out the light according to design. I've weathered storms I cannot count to make this world my home, in a place where small and twisted things can split the hardest stone. In one like me, you might not see how I have managed to exist. A fragile, crooked wreck of limbs in terrain as rough as this. But for those who take their chances here, experience has shown that sometimes small and twisted things can split the hardest stone. So shed no tears of pity here, spin no tales of tragic grace. Just let it be enough that life is blooming in this rocky place. It is the proof that seeds will grow wherever they are sown, and that sometimes small and twisted things can split the hardest stone. Thank you, Daniel. Very appropriate song for the heart of the desert. Yes. Hi, Jane Schreiner. One of my favorite T.R. Ritchie songs. Hi, Barbara Bald. Nice to see you. I feel like I'm being very quiet here. I'm so worried about making a lot of noise. Hi, Ray. So this is a song I wrote many years ago, also inspired by where I lived. Hi, Kathy Hands. Kathy Hands, I took a hike with Cassie yesterday. We went up Hunter Canyon. It was awesome. We were talking about you. Hope you're doing well. So when I first moved here to Moab, or when I moved to the house I lived in for most of the years, I met my neighbor. Hi, Bud Manning. Any plans you could play the Crone song since I turned 60 next month? Oh, would have had to rehearse that, Sharon, but I'll try it next time. Singing and playing quietly has a really lovely quality, says Daniel Bowling. Oh, thank you. Yay for you too, says Kathy. Yay. Hi, Rhonda. So I met my neighbor, Orrin Moore, when I moved into my house in Moab. Raleigh Brown, hi, just got here. And I met him because he was about 85 years old and he fell over in his yard one day when he was trying to plant a peach tree. And it was like 113 degrees out, so I went out to help him. I'm trying to give you the other side of my guitar in case you want it. I keep trying to move so you can see there. I gotta go that way. And so I go out to help Orrin up, and that's how I get to know my neighbor Orrin. And Orrin, as it turns out, is the man who has set the charge that opens the My Vita mine in the 1950s, I think, or maybe 40s, in Moab for the uranium mining boom that happens. I usually tell this story better. That was probably pretty confusing, that sentence. And Oren is my intro into learning about uranium mining in Moab. And in Moab, we had at the time a uranium tailings pile. It's smaller now because it's a Superfund site. But at the time, we had a uranium tailings pile that we were trying to get moved. And Oren taught me about uranium mining about the same time that I was writing this song about wanting to move the pile. As I recall, Oren had a piece of uranium in a box with glass under it in his living room that he wanted to show me. They closed the mine in this town and made uranium. They left the tailings in a pile where the river bends. Now the Colorado curves in a poisonous smile. Don't go in the water down below the pile. This river feeds Phoenix and it waters L.A. It's in the lettuce they bought in Chicago today. And the tourists will play for miles and miles in the water down below the pile. Arsenic, acetone, methylene chloride. Come run the rapids with the lead and cyanide. Take a big long drink from this acceptable risk. You're down below the bottom line of their cost analysis, and it costs too much to clean, too much to move it, and it's somebody's fault, but it costs too much to prove it. So we cover it up and we hope it goes away in a while with the water down below the pile. Bottle your water and move where the air is clean. You might not be downwind, but we're all downstream. In the grocery store, in the produce aisle, we're in the water down below the pile. They closed the mine in this town and made uranium, and they left the tailings in a pile where the river bends and the Colorado curves and the poisonous smile. Don't go in the water down below the pile. Don't go in the water down below the pile. Don't go in the water down below the pile. Oh, thank you, Daniel Bowling. Warren says we probably drank that water when we lived in LA. Yeah, you might have. Hi, Helene. Nice to see you. As I said, they are now moving the pile. It's slowly becoming smaller. So this is another song that often when we're choosing songs, and Charlie will say, okay, well, I don't do much on that. You don't have to worry about me much. So I thought of all the songs, hi, Sandy Bly, that Charlie would say, you don't have to worry too much about me on that song. And this is one of them. Which I also wrote here in Moab. I remember we're both cringing, says Warren. Hi, Jeff Blumenthal. I remember sitting in my trailer behind my house writing this song. I had been visiting my dad. It was 2008. Hi, Patty Johansson. Nice to see you. By the way, I don't have any spare strings with me in Moab. I ordered some and they haven't shown up yet. So if I break one of these strings, it's the end of the show today. There we go. So back in 2008, I go back to New Hampshire to visit my parents. Hi, Cassie, I'm in your office. We may have strings for you. Cassie, I have some coming in the mail. I need you to check the post office box of the Folk Festival because I ordered strings. Siski's here. Hi, Siski. I'm glad you're here, Siski. I don't know why you're still hidden. Hi, Nancy Eberly. Nice to see you there. So back in 2008, I'm visiting my dad during the, hi, Eve Passeltiner. Wow, lots of people are here today. During the 2008 time when the stock market crashes. And at the time, for some reason, I think at some time, for some reason, at the same time, my dad is on the phone with his bank trying to get onto his online banking with Bank of America. And it's about the time that Bank of America and Merrill Lynch have been forced to being one bank because of the savings and loan, not the savings loan, but the bank crisis and the subprime loan crisis. Hi, Brian Appleberry. And so I'm visiting him, and he's on the phone, and he's trying to figure out his online banking, and he's like 85, and he doesn't wear his hearing aids. He can't hear the questions. He never doesn't know what the security questions were. He didn't bother with the answer, and he fails his online security questions with the online banking with Bank of America, and they hang up on him, and he has no recourse that he can think of. But I'm visiting him. Hi, John Sprouse. At the time, and I said to him, okay, Dad, let's go downtown, and we'll go to one of the banks, and we'll figure out where your account is. So we go downtown to either a Merrill Lynch or a Bank of America. There's a couple of them in the town. And we go to 3 banks that day. And to take my dad downtown at the time was a lot because he's got a walker. So you got to get him in the walker out to the car. Get him in the car, get the walker in the back of the car, get around the car, drive the car to the first bank, get out of the car, get the walker out of the back of the car, get my dad out of the car, into the walker, get him in the walker towards the bank door, open the big bank door, and help my dad walk the long bank corridor, which was like a football field for him at the time. And we do this 3 times in this town that he has lived in all of my life. And at the end of that bank corridor, 3 times in a row, they say to him, I'm sorry, we don't know where your account is. We can't help you. And that's as helpful as they are. And I was with him during this. And for both of us, it was a life-changing moment, because at one time when my dad had walked into any of those banks, somebody would have known him, and they would have said, hi, Charlie Sheridan, how are you? And I would have been the little girl holding his hand, knowing that my dad was the guy. When we walk in the bank, somebody would know him. And so that was the day that we both realized he wasn't the guy anymore. So, thank you, Jeff Blumenthal. Last night I saw the horse king when he was in his prime, carrying the day and leading the line. Long ago in the green of spring, I remember when he was the horse king. He was young, I was young too. His legs were strong and what they could do. Oh, the flags would fly and all the bells would ring. The sun would always rise on the horse king. But one morning in the field, the stallions came around and they pushed him up against the fence and he went down. They left him there to get up and get home. The horse king no more, just old and all alone. For the pleasure of the world, we will each pay a price. Fight the last battle and roll the final dice. But someday, somewhere, springtime comes twice, and I will meet the horse king in the fields of paradise. Last night I saw the horse king when he was in his prime, carrying the day and leading the line. Long ago in the green of spring, I remember when he was the horse king. Oh, thank you, Warren Bendler. John Sprouse says, the horse king brings back memories of my dad, tears welling up. Oh, and Daniel Bowling says, this one simply does me in. Daniel, I was looking at the Limelighters website. Daniel Bowling is part of the Limelighters, and there's a great video about with all the stuff that you find in your dad's garage, the waders with the boots cut off. I love that. Hi, John Ferrulo. Reminds me of bringing my dad around. Aw, thank you. Claude says, oh, thank you, Claude. All right, now let's use the tuner. I went and saw my old neighbor. My neighbors Chad and Emily Niehaus last night. And this is a song that I have been saying for years that he told me he did this with his paintings. So I checked with him last night. I said, do you really write under your paintings? Do I remember this, or did I make this story up that you write like prose under your paintings before? And he said, yeah, in that series I did. And I have one of those, of the series where he would write a lot of words, like a free write, and then he'd make a painting over it. And at the time, I found it such a lovely idea. My sister Elizabeth Bowling did the artwork, and Andy Corwin did a great job with the video. He did, Daniel, I agree. It's really beautiful. And your daughter Clara's in it. So this is a song that was inspired partly by Chad Niehaus's paintings. I don't think there's none in the room. What's in the room are tons of, here I'll show you, are just lots and lots and lots of Moab Folk Festival posters. See, that's all the years of the Moab Folk Festival, all along the line, the walls there. Somewhere on there is my name, and somewhere on there is T.R. Ritchie's name. So, Kathy Gould, hi. I don't know why I can't figure out how to sit in the right place so you can see my guitar neck. I feel really badly for you, because if you're all a guitarist, you want to see what's going on. I would. Let's see. There. Okay. Right. I have a friend who paints love on his canvas and then paints it over sky blue. He says it is there to watch over and care and help his painting get through. And if you are in his painting, it is a wondrous thing. Right overhead, love on the wing. And it's been hard to cope since we made the telescope, and we couldn't find God in outer space. It made sense to believe if God was there, we would see, and the world became a big empty place. But way up high in the blue of his sky, Michelangelo painted that hand to watch over and care. Look up there, love that we can understand. And now we have a war between religion and science, and we paint a Death Star and a rebel alliance. It threw all the questions open wide. What if there's nothing out there on our side? Way up high in the blue of the sky, some wondrous thing to watch over and care. So we look up there for a hand or a heart or a wing. Yesterday I found a feather on the bike path that runs through town. I can't say it's heaven sent, But right there on the pavement, a bit of love fell from the sky to the ground. Here I am in this painting. It is a wondrous thing. Right overhead, love on the wing. There's a lot of discussion about my guitar. Yes, it's my Martin, which is buzzing a little bit because I'm out here in the desert and I've been humidifying as best I can. Raleigh Brown says, when you're capoed at the 7th fret, we can see your hands. You know what, when I'm reading these, I look like my mom and my grandmother now because I look down because I'm trying to see through my bifocals. Sorry about lack of editing. It won't let me more than one line at a time see. Says something went wrong. I wrote a poem and drew a picture as if inspired by this story, says Rhonda. Oh, awesome. Kim Wallach says, lovely. Thank you. Well, what am I going to go? Oh, I know what I was going to go out on. I was going to go out on Anthem. I won't break your heart by singing another miserably sad song that doesn't seem kind. Welcome to the middle age, Ms. Specs. Thank you. I did my first concert with my glasses on the other day because I'm so tired of not being able to see my watch when I'm on stage to know how long I've been on. And so I did a show, and Daniel Bowling and Ellen Bowling came and helped us. They drove from Albuquerque. They get Helpers of the Year award. They drove 8 hours to help at the concert, and I sure hope they enjoyed hiking in Moab at the same time. So I'm going to go out on this song, which I wrote here. And what I remember about this song, actually, when I was living here, TR had gone off to Kerrville for the weekend. It was the New Folk weekend, and he'd gone off to Kerrville, and I was left alone. And I wrote this song. And TR was famous for his red pen. He would, if you could play him a song, and he would immediately tell you what you could fix in it. And he was awesome at it. I mean, he was a great editor. This is the only song I ever wrote where I played it for him when he came home, and he said, "That's perfect." It was a great moment for me, I have to say. He hadn't found anything he had to fix in it. Okay, let's see if I can get this so you can see it. I want to thank you guys for being here, and say that next week we won't do a show because we'll be flying that day. But the next week we'll try and do a show from Bozeman, and then finally in the first week of March we'll be back home and we'll do them from New Hampshire. Helps you when you've been wearing glasses since 5th grade, says Warren. Yeah, getting near our sell-by date. Yeah, you gotta own it. Glasses and such, says John Sprouse. Sometimes the story I tell with this song is that there once was a young girl named Psyche, and she fell in love with the god of love named Eros. And Eros, being a young god of love, wasn't really ready for the depth of commitment that a young girl like Psyche is going to want from her first boyfriend. And when she starts to ask him kind of personal questions, Eros gets a little bit threatened and he runs off. And Psyche is left to mourn her lost boyfriend. But along comes his mother, the goddess Aphrodite, and she says to Psyche, "Well, I'll get you my son back, but you have to work for me for the summer first." And Aphrodite gives Psyche impossible jobs to do. And one of the impossible jobs is that there's a pile of seeds the size of the whole pandemic. And in this pile of seeds are 3 different kinds of seeds. And Aphrodite says to Psyche, "By tomorrow morning, I want you to have divided this pile of seeds into 3 piles of the 3 different kinds of seeds." Psyche knows an impossible job when she's been given one. And naturally, when faced with an impossible job, Psyche starts to feel rather overwhelmed. And being overwhelmed, Psyche starts to feel tired. And Psyche starts to feel a bit depressed. And Psyche falls asleep. And Psyche returns her guitar. There it is. And Psyche falls asleep, which you might think is the wrong thing to do when you've been given an impossible job by the goddess of love. But when Psyche wakes up the next morning, there are 3 piles of 3 kinds of seeds. While she's been asleep, the ants have come and they have divided the piles for her. So next time you feel overwhelmed, take a nap. Everything gets better after a nap. 6 limousines pulled into my driveway. 3 were gray and 3 were black. 6 chauffeurs got out of 6 front doors and opened 6 doors in the back. And from each limousine came a part of a heart, like the kind you would see on a card from Hallmark. Each piece was carried by a family of ants, and on the lawn it looked like each part of that heart danced together to become one. I did not know what that heart might mean, why it arrived in 6 pieces, in 6 limousines. Limousines carry power, ants usually do not. And maybe in the ant world, these ants were big shots. The ants camped out with the heart in the fine summer weather, and I watched as they slowly sewed it together. For a while there, it looked like Frankenstein, but a heart without some stitching is hard to find. The limousines left, but the ants stayed. And each morning they circled the heart, and they prayed, and they sang it ant hymns and ant lullabies, and the scars on that heart healed by and by. One morning I looked out, and the ants had gone, and the heart looked quite alone out there on the lawn. So I went out to see. I found a note there for me. It said, with you we all abide. Your heart has arrived. Thank you for all joining me. I truly appreciate it. I feel like I gave you kind of a quiet little show. But I love doing this. So thanks for coming to be here with me. So I'll see you in 2 weeks on the 1st of March, our next show. Thank you, Nancy Eberly. Thank you, Jane Schreiner. It's nice to see you. Barry Kasendorf, hi. Oh, and one of Debbie's favorite songs. Oh, that's right. It was Valentine's Day yesterday. I apologize for not mentioning it, but I did just sing a song about a heart. In fact, I had hearts in at least 2 songs in this. Janet Peterson says, thank you. It was a perfect show. Thank you. Have a great day. Randall says, what a treat to hear you this morning. Deborah Levy-Clark, hope to get my new CD order in the mail once you get back home. No rush. I think I ordered it on the day you left on your trip. Wow. Can you send me an email about that, Deborah? Because I thought I mailed out all the CDs that I had this mail, so I apologize. Hi, Paula Fuller. Nice to see you. All right. I'll see you guys all in 2 weeks, and I bet Charlie will be with me then. Be safe. Take care of yourselves. Bye.